Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members of the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So today I wanted to talk a little bit of a thing that I noticed looking back at the roadmap that they actually did a while back, right? The 2024 first semester, the first semester roadmap that they did mentions two little things. At first, on the first update of the year, they say that we will get the possibility of using the same form of tutorial that we had with, I think it was semi-active radar guided missiles for other weapons. So, for example, active radar homing AAMs, right? And then on the second update, we will see the possibility of using flares and chaff separately, right? Which means that, I don't know, I just feel that it's kind of a hint that the FOX-3 might, the FOX-3 missiles might come in the second patch. First things first, of course, the ability to have the tutorials could already be used for the AIM-54, but I mean, it would make sense that they would do something like this to actually help players once the 90s FOX-3s get added, right? So it would make sense as a preparation for when these missiles come. And the second thing is that, well, if flares and chaff are being deployed separately, and I already talked about this more than a year ago, that they would need to do something like this when the FOX-3s were to be added, because you would need to use a lot more of chaff, basically, right? And the way that it works right now, you waste a lot of chaff because of your flares, right? So you need to deploy them together, and with that, it is a little bit annoying, right? You are obliged to actually deploy the two of them together, which means that you lose a lot of them, right? And that wouldn't be competitive, I would say. You would get killed a lot, I think, in my opinion, because the majority of aircraft, and remember, we still have somewhat of a compression, even though we got the 12.7 BR bracket finally. You can imagine that the aircraft that will receive these missiles are still going to be facing sometimes aircraft that have less flares, like an F-16A, an original MiG-29, aircraft like that they don't have a lot of flares. They have 40, 60 max, right? They don't have 100 and something to actually be able to just deploy all of them at once, which means that you would have a big power creep. Remember, the FOX-3 missiles, although they are not completely different from missiles that we have right now in the sense of performance, you know, it's somewhat in the same realms of performance, flight performance, I mean, than missiles that we already have. It will even turn less, some of them, than missiles that we already have. For example, the M120 and I think the R77, they should be turning less than the R27. It's not 35 Gs, it's like 28, 30. So, and the range will be even more, this will be even a more preeminent thing, right? The range of the R27 will be better. So, the thing is that the major thing is the tracking system, right? The actual active radar homing on the head of the missile, right? That will make it a proper FOX-3 missile, right? So the thing is that a lot of people will be just spamming these missiles a lot. If you don't have a chaff, and that's where I think it's kind of scary, because I don't know if you noticed, but the chaff was a little bit nerfed a while back. We could see something like a very big power creep when these aircraft receive it. And I don't know if you saw the video yesterday that I talked about the aircraft that could actually get these missiles. In a general sense, you will notice basically a lot of aircraft not having these missiles. So you will have at one point a lot of aircraft that don't have these missiles, with a lot less flares, having to deal with these missiles from superior aircraft, while actually just having to deploy your flares and chaff together. So I think it's kind of how do I even say this? Like it's something that needs to be in place maybe before or together when these missiles are added, and that's where I think the hint comes from. They are preparing them, and I mean, it was already confirmed that we have a lot of information actually about the FOX-3s, right? The first one was the dev blog of the J8F. It was already confirmed that they are working on these missiles. Then there were some leaks and files in the game that confirmed again that they are working on these missiles, probably internally, and just making sure that they are working correctly. The second, of course, would be that they are waiting for the proper time to be added. So there's no reason to add when there's not a lot of aircraft that can actually take these missiles. So, for example, if it was 1 year back, the only real aircraft that could actually take these would be the F-16 ADFs, right? And then the J8F, and then the Yak, and some of the other aircrafts were getting added. So the number of aircraft that could actually take these missiles should be in a large enough number so that everybody can take them. And now I think they are just refining. They probably noticed or something that these missiles would be too OP, maybe without the chaff and flare thing, and they're preparing the tutorials and stuff, so we can see a lot of preparation for it. Another reason why I think it's another hint is that, of course, Gaijin already said that, I think it was a community manager, I don't remember, before the last patch of the last year, that they were actually planning to add on the first 2 patches of the year the FOX-3 missiles. So all of those can actually just give you a very, very clear idea that these missiles are going to come very, very soon, I think. I don't see them coming because of that flares and chaff kind of situation there. I don't see them coming in this patch in March. That is coming very, very soon. Expect the dev blogs, by the way, to start ASAP. It should have been already starting according to the normal dates that they normally use. Of course, this is not a 100% giveaway, but still. So yeah, the patch will come soon, very, very soon, but don't expect it to come in this patch, I don't think. I think we will need to wait for more aircraft to be added and these mechanics to be fully implemented into game so we can see. So my guess, with all these hints, and especially that one that I just noticed there, is that we are going to see the FOX-3s in the next patch after this one. So the second patch of this year with the rest of the roadmap that was planned there. So yeah, hopefully it is correct. I love these missiles. Hopefully they are added for a lot of aircraft. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you agree with me or not, and I see you guys on the next one.